Carney owes farmers answers on how much his carbon tax is going to cost them. I was talking to a farmer and he asked me, so since I don't pay the carbon tax directly on my bills anymore, does that mean that the carbon tax is going to be gone? Well, unfortunately, this election, that's not the whole story. Because Conservative leader Pierre Poilievre is promising to axe all carbon taxes, including the consumer and the industrial carbon tax. The Liberals plan to keep the industrial carbon tax and likely make it more expensive. Mark Carney isn't planning to get rid of carbon taxes. Instead, he's promised to improve and tighten the hidden industrial carbon tax. Now, that's a good bet that means make more expensive, but Carney hasn't been clear on the cost to Canadians, and he definitely hasn't been clear on the cost to farmers. He needs to be honest with farmers and answer the simple question: how much is your industrial carbon tax going to cost farmers? Because right now Carney is saying that big polluters will pay, but that still means that farmers and you will pay more. That's because an industrial carbon tax is a cost paid by businesses, but then businesses have no choice but to pass those costs on to farmers and then onto you. Think about it this way. A refinery forced to pay the industrial carbon tax means that gasoline is going to be more expensive. That increases costs for farmers to run their equipment, but it also increases costs for truckers who haul their livestock or their grain. A power plant having to pay the carbon tax, that means that it's more expensive for utilities, and that means it's more expensive for farmers to heat their barns and keep their livestock alive. And the big one is a fertilizer plant. So if we look at a fertilizer plant that's forced to pay that industrial carbon tax that Carney wants, that means farmers must pay more for that fertilizer, and farmers buy a lot of fertilizer. Under Carney's industrial carbon tax, farmers will still be hit by that carbon tax from every single angle. And all that means is that farmers and you must pay more. And if a farmer is forced to pay higher costs for his operations, that will impact prices for you at the grocery store. That seems simple to ordinary Canadians, but Carney is refusing to answer the question about how much more are Canadians and farmers going to pay because of his hidden industrial carbon tax. Because taxpayers know that the answer isn't zero. Carney needs to be honest with farmers and answer the simple question: how much is your hidden industrial carbon tax going to cost farmers, and how much is it going to cost Canadians?